she said this. I looked at her like, are you okay in the head? Like,
no, I'm not.
Lustful Literature.
Sluts for Smut.
With your hosts, Faye
and Hannah.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to
Lustful Literature.
I can't even take it seriously.
Lustful Literature.
No, but really, guys, this is Lustful Literature. My name is Faye.
My name is Hannah.
And we are going to be talking about all things bookish, all things smutty. And this is episode 1. So welcome. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
This month, every 2 weeks, we're going to be posting a new episode.
Yes.
So episode 1 is going to be on
Iron Flame and with some Fourth Wing in there too.
Especially because we didn't do a Fourth Wing episode. We are going to just kind of rock and roll with Iron Flame.
Yeah.
But definitely talk about Fourth Wing and what we think.
For sure.
Fair warning, this episode is going to contain a lot of spoilers, both for Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. So if you have not read it yet,
come back, listen to it later.
Turn it off. Yeah, let's jump right into it.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like we should talk about the book as a whole first.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
Yeah.
And then dive right into the fucking theories.
The theories? Oh my god, because there's so many. So book overall, what would you give it on Spice rating?
I gave it a 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that feels fair.
Yeah. Because Spice doesn't just mean like penetration, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm also a dark romance reader, so like it takes a lot to get it to like a 5.
Most things I rate 3. 4 is like super spicy. If I rate something 5, it has to be the wildest thing I've ever read.
Yeah.
Cue Court of Nightmares.
I haven't read it yet. Okay, so yeah, I'd probably give it a 3 as well. 3.5 on Spice rating.
Yeah.
Nice.
3 is like my nice middle ground.
Yeah. It's not like
for sure
super spicy, not like too boring. Like there's definitely enough that I'm like, ugh.
Yes.
Talk about
my house, my throne, my woman.
Oh my god. And how he spoke down the bond.
How do you get across the room so fucking fast, dude?
Oh no, man. This man just flew backwards.
I know. And he's like gripping the table like, ah.
I was so disappointed too, though. I was like, I want this to play out more.
But also, like, such a
it.
Giving man. So
love
giving.
A giver. We love a giver. Okay, so back to book as a whole. You good?
I'm good. Sorry.
You're good. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it definitely pulled a lot from Fourth Wing, made a lot of sense with all the questions I had from Fourth Wing. Did I cry every single time Liam was mentioned? Yes, I did.
The sobbing I did in the torture chamber. Oh.
Stop. Also, when it comes to Liam, the scene where Violet is right at the end, like as she's running to go
save Sawyer or Ree?
No, when she's going to the Ward Stone.
Oh, when she like goes, books it down the hallway.
When she goes, I run because I couldn't save Liam, but I run because I can save them all. Oh my god. I was literally, anytime Liam's name was mentioned, any single time, I was like, he was my favorite character in Fourth Wing. By the way, I loved him.
I love him, but Riddick?
I do love Riddick.
You know what? I'm kind of a Riddick girly, or Bodhi. Bodhi's growing on me.
I'm an Imogen girly.
She's so fucking funny, dude.
I love her, bro. I want to be her best friend, but also low key, I would date. In a heartbeat, I would date her.
Probably.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
And I know she's fine with her pink hair.
Yep.
Okay.
In terms of like the book as a whole, obviously enjoyed the crap out of it. I have thoughts about, first of all, I can't remember who it was. I believe it was a creator on TikTok, Listen with Brit. She was saying about how the pacing felt differently, and she said that it read like a script.
That's how I felt too.
It was very different.
It felt very okay.
And it makes sense.
As a writer, right? Like,
yes.
you do write in acts typically. Like, you'll have an act 1, an act 2, and an act 3.
Yeah.
But this one felt more like theatrical as far as the acts go.
Yes.
There
was, first of all, a lot happened and a lot didn't happen at the same time. Like,
yes.
if that makes sense. But I also feel like a lot happened that wasn't maybe necessary, and like stuff that I thought we needed more of, like Violet training with what's his face when he gave her the conduits and all that stuff like that.
I did not pay much attention to people who I didn't care that much about.
It starts with an F, I think.
Is it Felix? No, it's not Felix.
Yeah, I think it's Felix.
Okay, look at me go. If I'm so wrong, and everyone who listens to this is like, you're actually a dumb bitch. Anyway.
I feel like we could have used more of like her training her magic with Felix, because that's super important.
Yeah, and the conduit.
Also, runes. What? Yeah, I feel like a lot has been introduced that like is like what?
I definitely don't feel like I have a good grasp of
magic system at this point.
At all.
Yeah,
at all.
Because now I understood it
in fourth
at
wing.
Least.
I understood it in fourth wing with the signets, and I understood like, what is it called, minor magic or
the lesser magics.
Lesser magics. I understood that from fourth wing, but then they started being like runes and conduits and venom and all these different like types of power, and I was like,
I'm like,
oh,
venom. I kind of understand. It's basically just like literally using the earth as like your source of magic, which is like, I mean, you know. But then they introduced runes, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? No. And then they were like, the way that they were describing it reminded me a lot of, there's this, it's a book, but it was adapted into a TV show called Discovery of Witches.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, but like, what I like imagine is like, they can see threads of their power, of their magic in this book as well.
Yeah, and I pictured it like
pluck at
a
it.
ribbon.
Yeah.
That they would take and almost like kind of Scarlet Witch it almost. You know how she like does her little like canned stuff?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I pictured them like actually forming the runes.
Yeah.
But I wish we could have seen a little more of what Violet's like magic physically looked like to her.
Yeah.
And I wonder if she can see, well, no, because the bond isn't like, she can't see is it Sigale?
No, but she used Andarna's power, which she did say her power, Andarna's power was like, what was it, like iridescent clear or something?
While Terrence was like I don't remember what Terrence was like. It was intense. I
think it was like fire or something.
Yeah, like it was a lot more intense, while Andarna's was softer.
Yeah.
And that's why she felt she could mess with Andarna's, and she was a little scared to use Terrence, because like, you don't want to blow stuff up. So.
Yeah. But anyway, that throwing in confused me. I don't see, I'm so like, the whole book, they went off to, what is it, Aretia.
Yeah.
Aretia.
I called it Aretia.
I called it Aretia? I don't know. But they went off to the rebellion, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they spend all this time here, and now they're back, and they're literally going to probably stay there because of the wards. What the fuck was the point?
I think it was like,
and then bringing the Flyers there, and now the Flyers like,
I think they're all gonna come to Basket,
but they can't do their own magic within the wards.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna come down to like, again, they were gonna put up the wards at Aretia.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna come down to like, do you want magic, or do you want to be slaughtered by venom and wyverns?
Wyverns? I call them wyverns.
I think technical mythology is a wyvern, but I think like Sarah J. Maas kind of screwed us all.
This podcast, we're using wyvern.
Okay, wyverns. Yeah, I think it's going to be a choice that everyone has. I know. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Kat will stay.
That was another thing I thought was like really unnecessary, and just like. I feel like she just added it as like some drama.
Oh no, I think it was important for Xaden and Violet's relationship, because it showed a lot of Violet's like inner insecurities, mm-hmm. and like the issues they already had that Kat just kind of brought to the surface.
Yeah.
And I also think it gives a lot of background
to Xaden.
for Xaden.
I know. But at the same time, at the end, Kat like did like a 180 of like her like personality, and she's like saving like Violet, and I'm like
gotten more like character development with her.
Yeah.
And like watching her throughout the story kind of warm up to Violet
She was
a
like-
little more. There is just the one moment though that I will forever think was probably, in my opinion, the funniest
I
moment
know
in the
what
book.
you're talking about.
And it's after the two of Kat and Violet fought.
Yep.
And Kat's like, you know that finger thing he does? I taught him that. And then literally like later, Violet's like, you know that finger thing you mentioned?
Thanks.
Shut up. I was like, okay, bitch.
And
let's go.
And Imogen and everyone are just fucking cackling in the background.
The way my jaw would have dropped, I would have been like, that's my girl. Let's go. Like, oh, I love her. I
had to take a moment and I was just cackling myself. Taryn is still the funniest motherfucker.
Grouchy old man, but also just hilarious.
He's
Except
so
don't call
sassy.
Him old because remember he's only
doesn't
look a day over 100
something.
Yeah,
I think or something.
But he's nowhere near being an elder.
Yeah.
And can we talk about sassy like teenage Andarna, because I loved her, and how Taryn constantly had to be like, we do not eat our allies.
She's like, why?
I want to.
She's like, I don't get it. Ooh, Andarna killing a Venom with her fire. That's a new development as well.
That goes into my theories.
Okay. Should we get
Okay, we'll dive into theories now, because there's just so many to talk about.
There are many, and I have a list.
And yeah. Oh, I do too, but mine is not as long as yours.
No. Okay, so
we'll just bounce back and forth.
Yes. Mine literally like page 11 I have some shit.
Page 11?
Page 11, baby.
Oh, Hannah. Okay.
Okay. And it's about Naolin and Brennan. And Taryn, of course. But I think obviously
a theory with Taryn and Brennan?
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, Taryn's thrown in there because of Naolin.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I have a Naolin.
So like
too. I know which one you're going with. Okay.
Brennan and Violet are talking, and he starts to talk about Naolin. Violet finishes the sentence for him, saying that he died trying to save Brennan. But Brennan never said that he dies. That Naolin dies. He says that it costs him like everything. And he's literally gripping the table in like frustration or anger or whatever.
By everything could it have been like his humanity, like it cost
his soul. Well, because you know how they've been talking about how like Nolan was like like Violet thought he was joking or whatever. I've been trying to repair a soul, basically, you know. Maybe Venom, like you lose yourself, like when you lose control, you lose your soul when you become Venom or whatever.
He wants to fix the soul. What if, also with that theory, again, it's just like Taryn is constantly like,
he says, we do not speak of the one that came before.
Yeah, he never says one who came before died. And then when Violet was like, it's not fair for you to, or like, I wish you didn't have to lose 2 riders this way. He still doesn't confirm. He's just like, you will not die today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
He said, Taryn specifically says, we will no longer speak of the one who came before.
But then how is Taryn bonded to Violet if he's still alive? Because
I think
Sigil can bond to someone else. Big spoiler, but
I think so.
But they're still bonded.
Because remember when Jack fucking Barlow?
Goddamn.
I don't know if he did something like obviously Venom can control dragons because he basically controlled.
Well, he bonded
Bade.
While he was a Venom. Because I think he was a Venom from the very beginning.
From the very beginning?
I think he showed up to Basket a Venom.
That could be possible.
Because when else, other than like maybe the War Games where we didn't know what was going on with him, when else would he have had the opportunity to become Venom?
Yeah.
Like, I think he showed up Venom, and that's why he was like, it changed the moment I saw her, which was like,
right
on the parapet.
Yeah, no, before the parapet, right behind her in line.
When they were in line.
When they were in line.
He said,
who the fuck is this bitch? I'm gonna kill her. Yeah. But the thing is like, I don't, what was it? I can't remember what I was thinking.
I'm so hungry.
I literally cannot remember what I was thinking about, but I do think...
bonding to multiple...
Oh, and when Bade this is where I'm a little confused about like the bonding and like Jack was still alive. But Bade, is it Bade?
Bade.
Yeah.
Bade died.
Bade bonded to multiple riders before Jack came back. Does that mean that Bade picked him again, or did Jack like control Bade into picking him? And then later,
or were they not bonded when he came back? Did the bond break when he... Wait, no, because they bonded, if my theory's right, that he had been.
Yeah, but how did Bade bond to other riders when Jack was not like
dead,
technically like story-wise
but then
dead?
Was Bade still bonded to Jack, or when Jack quote unquote died?
Can dragons bond to multiple people?
Maybe.
That's where I'm like a little confused. And then also at the end, like they were like, you just killed Bade, you just killed your dragon, you know you're gonna die now. And Jack's like, nope. We can control like our dragons, whatever. We have the power, whatever.
What? Maybe that's just Venom though. Do we think people can control dragons? Or do you think
I'm thinking Varish kind of controlled Solus in a way.
I just think Solus sucks.
Listen, Varish, that was another thing that I just don't understand his point.
I think Varish had no control over Solus, actually. I think he had zero control. I think Solus ran the show when it came to like what Solus wants, Solus gets. Mm-hmm. I think Varish was just shitty because like I don't think Varish was awful human being. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Fuck Varish.
Yeah, no, fuck him.
Let him rot. But I don't think Varish would have killed bonded riders. If Varish could control Solus, I don't think he would have allowed Solus to kill bonded riders right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't.
But also he didn't have a problem with it at the same time. Really.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like he like felt bad.
Which makes no sense. Anything. Like you need all the riders you can get.
Yeah. I just didn't understand Varish's, other than like character development for Violet, I don't think he had a point.
He just sucked.
I think he just was like the villain for this episode. Not episode, but
and I mean like the
book.
way to get Dane to be good.
Yeah.
I guess. Whatever.
Okay.
Again, Violet may be able to be decent with Dane. I will never, because Liam was my favorite. And the thing is people are like, well, Dane didn't, like, no, he just chose to trust his dad.
He's just a tattle fucking tail, dude.
But also, like, yeah, he may not have known.
Maybe
he chose to trust his dad over his best friend.
Yep.
When he's known his whole life that his dad is not the best. Because in Fourth Wing, they talk about how Dane and Violet bonded over their parents and how they didn't like her mom and his dad.
Yeah.
And so, like, but you're gonna choose to trust
like
your
why
dad
wouldn't
over
you
your best fucking friend? And now Liam's dead. So fuck Dane. I don't care. He can burn in a hole. He can I hope Taryn eats him. I hope Andarna eats him because I feel like that's more likely. But like
definitely more likely.
I will never forgive him. He is one of the only character in that book that I'm like, not redeemable.
I think he's just a big baby, dude.
I don't give a fuck.
Back to like theory of like Brennan and Naolan.
So sorry.
It's fine. The same page. This is like foreshadow into introducing runes, but because we don't know everything about runes, it's like what does it mean? Brennan has a rune-shaped scar on his palm.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
And it's only mentioned once, but it's never like addressed. She just like notices, but she doesn't say anything. And then later, obviously, we like find out that runes is another way to like wield magic. So obviously runes are important, but like, is that a rune to like resurrecting someone?
I don't know, because I feel like Brennan was so messed up over his mom that if he could resurrect someone, I think he would have.
No, the wards were Naolan resurrecting. Like, it cost Naolan everything. What if he, like, died? Obviously, like, he was burned out, but he pulled from the earth and used the rune, like, created a rune or, like, a new rune or something like that. To resurrect Brennan.
Ooh, that's a good theory. I like that. Okay, so the next theory I want to talk about is Violet's mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. First of all, she died with so many fucking secrets, and I'm so pissed.
I know. And like, are we gonna be able to know about them?
How are we gonna find out about them?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
I think Violet's mom was Venom. Like, I fully think I'm in this
I think
theory.
she turned venom when she was pregnant with Violet.
Which is why Violet
It explains a lot of different things.
It explains why she was so sick. And not Violet, but her mom.
Yeah.
While Violet's
frail.
Why she has EDS.
Well, she's got my issues.
We love an EDS queen.
Chronic illness rep.
So there's like really two that I want to touch on, like proof for it. I say like way too much. I gotta chill.
It's fine.
One is it was only discussed once. It was between Mira and Violet, where they were talking about a battle that Violet's mom came home from with bloodshot eyes, and it scared them.
Because they thought that their mom was venom.
Yeah. And then also, well, there's actually two more. Also, the fact that they worked so hard to get to Basketh, like their entire careers, her dad and her mom, and we know,
and like raised in the ranks,
to get to where her dad could work in the archives, and we know for a fact that they were looking for a cure for venomism. For being a venom.
Venenism. Because of the correspondence between Nolan.
Yeah, if y'all don't read the chapter headers, read the chapter headers.
Yes, because it's literally Xaden's chapter at the end of the book that they have that correspondence at the top too.
Where it says like there is no cure, there is only
control. Like we've looked as you requested, and
which I'm thinking as you've requested, and it was to Violet's mom
in the past.
So I'm thinking and that's why I think she's a venom, was a venom, R.I.P. And I think she was looking for a way to cure herself, but I think she was able to teach herself control with whatever Nolan found. Yeah. Which theory,
could be
and I think that's why her dad gave Violet like the book about
the
folklore, because he was actively searching for it to cure his wife. I don't like the theory that he's a venom. I don't believe it. I think there's something weird because we don't know his name. It's
we don't know his name at all.
Mentioned. It's like he shall not be named, like Voldemort. Crossover
like
weird.
No, maybe like the way to control it, which I like didn't get how this like made sense, but the potion, the like elixir basically that they make the cadets drink with the like the herbal like whatever, and
it stifles their signet, and it like cuts off connection with their dragon. That was an attempt at a cure for being a venom, or
controlling, because remember they give it to Jack. Nolan gives it to Jack before they knock him out, and they have him like,
which I don't know why the fuck they didn't just kill him.
Yeah, he's got to be important somehow.
I want to touch on one more thing when it comes to her mom.
Yes.
And this is what convinced me, right?
When she touches the thing.
Yeah.
Or doesn't touch the thing.
So at the towards the very end, when they're trying to raise the wards at Basketh, and for all of
Navarre, I believe.
I think it's Navarre. For all of Navarre. And Violet has already almost given her life to this ward stone. I keep wanting to say word stone from like Throne of Glass. Ward stone. And then like she obviously like gets like kicked in the shoulder.
Yeah, her mom literally kicks her away.
She's like, no. And then her mom gives up her life.
And her dragons.
And her dragon's life. Why did her mom not also directly touch the ward stone like Violet did? Why did she feel she had to go through a siphon signet, aka Sloane, and touch Sloane's hand and then have Sloane touch the ward stone? Is it because had she touched the ward stone, because she's venom, she would have absorbed Violet's power?
Either absorbed it or like basically like rendered like the entire ward stone like just like useless
because she's venom.
Yeah.
So why did it have to be through Sloane? And here's my theory of how we'll find out later, because you said she dies with secrets.
Oh, yeah, she does. Miss Ma'am.
is super young. She's super new in her signet. She doesn't know a lot.
It literally just manifested.
But I think as she ages and matures and gets familiar with her signet,
She'll
and
be like, oh.
she'll recognize it and be able to say something. And I think it's going to shake Violet to her core.
Yeah. Unless the only way to like somewhat disprove it is that siphoning is a lot faster than just placing your hand on it. Well, but yeah, also, how would her mom know that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, her mom wouldn't know that.
How would she know to like make Sloane do it instead of just...
Would it really be that much slower though? Because Violet did it pretty damn quick.
I don't know.
Because they said it takes a long time if they're not trying to die. Like if they're trying to just give it power.
Yeah, because it took her and Dane a while to like do the one in Iridia.
Iridia, whatever you want to call it. Iridia. Whatever, but and then it said to do the original like Basketh ones, it took like weeks of like multiple people, and Violet's mom was like, we don't have time for that, and then she was just gonna give. So I don't understand.
The one thing that's bothered me throughout both books.
Okay.
What is the actual goal of the Venin? Do they just want to?
They just want to conquer.
To control like the continent,
power, like, so it would make sense that they crave control over the world, like that they lose their soul, they want to have all of the power. It would make sense why they target the Veil, why they want the dragons.
Yeah, but like when they have it, what are they going to do then next? You know what I mean? Like I just feel like there's not enough like depth to Venin.
Yeah, I would love to see more. I think we're gonna get some of that through Jack. And I think we're going to get some of that through Xaden. Because Xaden, if you've read the book, you now know
that Xaden
is Venin. And that also launches into a whole nother
conversation.
Like Xaden being Venin. And I think we've already talked a little bit about like how can dragons be bonded to him and like all of that. And like, can they find a cure? Is there actually only control? That was in the past. Is the info that they looked when her mom was Venin, something that's going to help him. But also, Jack said, I guess this makes us brothers.
Okay, do you want me to get into my
this crack ship like off the rails? She said this. I looked at her like, are you okay in the head? Like,
no, I'm not. But you know what? It's fine. Listen, you know what? It's not. It's a fucking crack theory. But you know what? It's a you never know.
Well, because we don't know a lot about.
Exactly. Okay, so my crack theory is at the very end. In Xaden's chapter, literally the very last line too, by the way.
Which feels like it would be important.
Because like the last line
it was just made for impact, but I don't know.
Anyway, it was just a weird line that I'm just like, what does this mean?
You said hyperfixate right there.
Right on that. Jack Barlow is talking to Xaden. She literally cannot. And let me get through this.
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
He goes, I gotta pull up the receipts. The receipts here.
Receipts. You said we're bringing out the books now.
We're bringing out the receipts here. Okay, here it is. Jack Barlow says, welcome to our fucked up family. Guess we're brothers now. My theory, crack
could be
theory.
A whole, like, just figure of speech face.
Shut up! Shush. My crack theory is that Jack is Xaden's half-brother because we don't know what his mom looks like.
We don't know anything about her.
We don't know anything about mom. It's mentioned once randomly.
We just know she did.
And that's it.
She said, peace out.
She said peace. Yep.
Deuces gooses.
Yep.
Gotta go.
He doesn't know. And like he doesn't know if he has any other siblings. So you know what?
Because he says he's an only child.
But like he could not be.
He could very
and
well
Jack Barlow could be.
Because his mom could very well just still be out there.
Yeah.
Popping him out.
You never know. Yeah. That's my crack theory.
I would be so. I do think his mom is going to play a part.
Otherwise,
why would they mention?
Can we talk about if I'm correct? Can we?
You know what? I will buy you a special edition Iron Flame if you're right. Like a genuine, like good special edition Iron Flame. Custom sprayed edges, the whole thing, if that comes true.
I'm like, I fucking knew it.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's my crack theory.
Personally, it's my favorite. No.
Anyway.
Her mom being Venon's my favorite.
Okay, I'm gonna run through some of my theories here, / questions, / like hitting them quick. First of all, Dane's dad working with Venon?
Question mark? Makes sense.
Because he sends that
Venon
after Violet, like secrets die with those...
Secrets die with the people who keep them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that quote.
Another, touching again on Jack Barlow. First of all, why would...
Can we stop talking about Jack Barlow?
Well, it's important. First of all, why would these higher-ups let a Venon just chill in their school?
I think it's because they...
And then, like, let him join classes again?
Because her mom is Venon, and she thought that he could be controlled, and he deserves a life the way she does.
Yes, but he was not, they literally just, like, let him join class back up. Like, without, like, I'm sure without doing, like, any tests or, like...
one little, like, yeah!
Like, nothing. Like, I feel like they just, like, okay.
He didn't graduate. He should still be a first year. Get him out of here.
I'm just, like, confused at, like, why they just, like, casually let him join class again.
I don't know. This book left me with a lot of questions.
So many questions.
Like, how did, what is his name? Her name? Bade's blood? Jack's dragon? How did Bade's blood put out the fire for the word stone to begin with?
Again, with Jack, how did he control Bade in the first place? Can Venon control dragons?
Well, he says that.
He says so pretty much, yeah. So, like, who else is Venon, first of all?
Yeah, because he said that we've been here.
Yeah.
We are ready.
Yeah.
But they didn't pop up during the battle, and you would think the Venon would, like, that were already at Basketh would say something. Did Venon go to Aradia?
Yeah, we don't know what's happening there because Brennan came all the way over here.
Yeah,
over to Basgath.
I love Justinia.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Sawyer and Justinia?
I know, trying to learn how to sign so he can talk to her.
She, like,
that's so
ran
cute.
After she found out he lost his life. Oh my god, I had this, like, whole realization during that battle scene, but I'm so sorry. During that whole battle scene where, like, she, like, unbuckles her seatbelt and, like, jumps onto...
Literally leaps
onto his dragon and then, like, runs down from his dragon, like, runs down the back of the wyvern holding onto the dragon's neck and then jumps to another wyvern and then jumps to another
some
dragon.
Fucking balls
and
there, my god.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I, like, stopped. I was like, this bitch is doing this in the air.
Yep.
Like, in the air.
In the air.
Could not be me. The balance, I wouldn't have made it across the parapet, though, to be fair, because, like, your girl can't, it balances on 0. No spatial awareness.
Can we talk about that moment, though, too? Because getting into Violet's possible signets, I feel like that we need to talk about. Mm-hmm. She breaks, throughout the whole series, she breaks one of the most cardinal rules. You do not talk directly or even say, like, the other, like, dragon's name. Like, you don't talk directly. She
regularly.
Does it. Yeah. Not only, she does it to...
Obviously Sigale, but that's because...
Yeah. But she does it to, Aotrim, that
the big
Riddick's dragon.
Riddick's dragon. She does it to
Kodag, I believe. Anyway, she talks to so many dragons that aren't hers.
I think it has to do with her second signet. Because,
do you think
Rebecca
that maybe
Yaros has already clarified that Violet's second signet has already manifested?
Yes,
it's there.
I think the reason why they're tolerating Violet, I don't think that they're, like, just okay. I think they're tolerating it is because of Andarna. She's bonded to Andarna, and Andarna is important.
I think Andarna is all of the dragons combined, and that's why.
Because she keeps color. Like shifting. Yeah,
and then I also think Violet's second signet is that she has all of the powers. Not that a lot of people think she dampens powers. A lot of people think she amplifies powers.
The amber thing would make a lot of sense, though.
I think she has all of them, and I really fully think that because she has raw magic. The same way Venom do, but they have to siphon it from the ground. She already has it. It just comes out as lightning.
Because that's what she's more comfortable with. Because of her mom.
Because of her mom.
Yep.
And so I fully think that because raw magic can be molded and shaped, and Andarna is all of the dragons, so it makes sense that she also can provide all of the signets.
Yeah.
That Violet could be fucking OP as fuck and just do whatever.
Well, because they keep talking about, especially like her friend Rhee, keeps saying like, no, you're the strongest writer in the entire whatever. You're gonna be the strongest, not Xaden. Like, you are.
Well, lightning's already a badass power. But
yeah, I know, but like, it's mentioned multiple times.
Yeah.
To like not be like a coincidence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking also on her like signet, you know what came up a lot is people keep telling her, I'll be right where you need me, basically. I'll be where you need me.
Andarna says,
not just Andarna, but I'm pretty sure it was Xaden says it too at one point. And then
Rhee says it too.
Everything kind of like went Violet's way.
Always.
In this book.
A lot of people think
Rhee like was able to pull through the thing.
Yeah.
The dagger away.
A lot of that's why people also think she's an amplifier.
The amplifier makes sense.
People's powers manifest around her and get better around her. Like Sloane manifested for the first time, trying to save her.
Yeah.
Rhee pulled through the wall for the first time, also trying to save her.
And Mira was able to put up a ward.
So far away.
Brennan was able to mend an entire like magical like ward stone.
Yeah. That makes sense too. But could that just be part of the fact that she has all the signets?
Yeah, that could be possible. Sure.
So like that's just one of them. I feel like that's almost too easy though.
Yeah, but the amplifying obviously makes a lot of sense. Not in just like everything that's happened. People are like, oh, but Andarna, like it's got to be like a super special thing. I haven't heard anyone talk about like what's like what else is like super rare. I have no idea. Like amplifying magic could be super rare, and I can see why Venom would want that.
Yeah, because
they want her.
Venom? What if her dad is? Or no, actually not her dad. Sorry, I think what if Dane's dad is Venom, which you already mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
What if he's the biggest, baddest Venom, and he's the one who wants her? Because he did send Venom after her.
Yeah, but to kill her.
Do we know that?
Because he said secrets die with that.
The people who
keep
You're
them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the big bad may be Naolan.
That would be insane. And that's why Taryn is like, we do not speak of the one who comes before.
Yeah. And that's why Brennan, I think, is having such a hard time with it too, because maybe like him and like what is the relationship there? Was Brennan and Naolan like an item? Why would
we never see Brennan have any attraction to anyone?
Exactly.
And we've seen most characters have attraction to other characters.
Yeah.
We can't presume to know Brennan's sexuality. Motherfucker might not be straight. We don't know. Not like what people assume.
Yeah.
So like he very well, Naolan was a man, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, very well could be.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. They mention an ancient king, but never say his name or talk about him literally ever again.
Yeah, they mention him a lot in that he was killed by Venom too.
They only mention him literally in one section. And it's when Jessinia like hands her the book to translate.
Well, also at the top of one of the sections, it says that like something about the darkness and having good sight and how no one could see through the darkness that the Venom used to kill our ancient king.
Yes. Who is this ancient king? And what's the point of bringing him up? That's a question.
That's a good question.
Less than a minute, dead.
Died, dead, buried.
But then wait, I got it. Okay. Sorry.
Literally shattered my heart.
Okay, yeah.
But I 100%. Get it. Like,
but then she, we'll get into the relationship in a second. But then she's like, my love is not fickle. And I see people talking about how, like, in Xaden's chapter, she's asleep next to him. And they're like, why? Like, how could she just be okay with it? First of all, my girl Violet literally was at the same time Xaden was thinking about pulling from the ground. So that would be real judgmental of her if she was like,
Also,
why would you do that when
you
she
have
almost
to
did that?
understand why Xaden kept it a secret. It's not like he told everyone and didn't tell her.
I know.
And like, this is something that genuinely could get him killed, and genuinely, it's not even that he was just
Not
scared
just
of
him,
losing her.
hundreds of people
would die.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like, and it's not that he doesn't trust her, but again, her barriers in her mind, her walls weren't very strong for a long time.
Yeah.
That's a big secret to tell someone.
Yeah.
When Dane could read her mind.
Exactly.
When anyone could have just slipped it. Yeah, no, I get Xaden. I'm
Yep.
Team Xaden on that one.
Yep.
Team Xaden.
Yep. Yeah. Their relationship could have had a little bit more depth, in my opinion.
For sure.
And like emotional connection, as in like getting to know each other. We only get snippets of like the letters as like the chapter headers.
I feel like the next one we're gonna get a lot more, just because they did agree in this book to not
keep anything from each other.
I did get annoyed when Xaden was like, you have to ask the right questions. Why?
Why can't we just like tell each other?
Just tell me. Like, why do I have to question you?
She also at the same time though, like, didn't. You know what irks the shit out of me is that if they had just communicated about the nightmares they were both having, they could have put 2 and 2 together. And I do not think that it was Violet picking up on Xaden's dreams.
No, I
think they were both. No, I think they were both having it, because the dreams are very different in way that like the Venom tells Xaden you're gonna turn for love, and then they say to Violet you're gonna break the wards for love. So they have very different sentences in there.
I thought they told Violet she would turn for love too.
Not just turn, but he's like, I don't know if he says like I've seen it or whatever, but like you're gonna break the wards. They don't tell
Does
Xaden
he have
that
the same power as Melgrim? If he can see this, I don't know. Also, how do they get these nightmares? How did they like have the foresight?
Again, more questions about Venom.
Or was it Violet projecting onto Xaden?
Xaden.
Or was it Violet projecting onto Xaden in their sleep because she has all the fucking signets, so she also has Melgrim's?
She was also like stabbed with the thing, with the dagger and the poison, and I saw someone talking about how like maybe it wasn't to kill her, but to be able to like get into her mind.
The way they do with their wyverns.
Yeah.
Okay. Next theory.
Well, but one more.
Okay.
Just a little annoyance about Xaden. The self-righteousness.
So annoying.
Of him at the end of like, no, they want me. It's like,
that's not a fucking good thing, buddy.
I'm like
it's not an accomplishment. Like,
I'd be like, okay.
I'm so gold medal. They want me. I'm the
like,
star.
Like he's just walking around like, they want me. Like, I can't tell Violet they want me. Of course they want me, you know.
Of course they want me. I'm so cool.
Have you thought about like
so much more badass than you, buddy?
Maybe think about like maybe they also want Violet. It's a good way to like get Xaden.
Well, we know they want Violet because of what happened at Resin.
Exactly.
Because they literally multiple times have threatened to take her back, and like even in the last battle,
in her dreams, when Andarna like kills the Venom with fire, and, like all that.
When Kat was there in the last thing right before it kills her with fire.
Even when the Venom is released from like that like weird box.
Yeah, he's
like, oh, like my he will be so
the ominous he
will be like so like reward me or whatever. They obviously are like using Xaden to get to Violet.
Yeah, I don't think Xaden's
just like a little stepping stone.
I don't think Xaden's the end goal at all. No. I think Xaden has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, which I know is so bad because like man's been through a lot.
Yeah, I just also think that he's very. It's all about him.
Very self-centered.
I think he's a little self-centered.
I think he's got some growth.
Yeah.
You want to hear my crack ship that I wanted in Fourth Wing?
Yes.
Even though like it was very obvious that it was supposed to be Xaden and Violet, I wanted Violet and Liam. So bad.
I thought that maybe they would like
that
my
moment
like
when like Sigale and Taryn are
like
getting it
on,
and then like
Liam's like,
like I'm right here, and I was like, just snatch him.
He was such a
in,
flirty
one
little,
out, and then you could have Xaden. But
he was such a flirty little slut.
I loved my little slut man, and I miss him every day.
I'm here for Riddick.
Yeah, I know you're a Reddit girly.
Yeah, he really grew on me this book.
Yeah.
Particularly.
Okay.
I do not think that everyone's talking about like, oh, like Violet's gonna have another like love interest or whatever, like maybe like Eric. 100% doubtful.
No, but Eric,
I do not think
is gonna play a massive role.
Oh, 1000%. He's literally the son of the king.
But it's gonna be huge.
Maybe him and Sloane.
I could see it. I could see it.
Okay, let me go through more. Okay.
Run through them, babes.
Okay, gods have to become more important.
Absolutely.
Malik for sure, but she like the theories are like somehow Violet is connected to either like Dune or Malik.
Yeah.
Malik would make sense.
Malik would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Especially if I know
but she calls upon
she can talk to the dead, and that would be a big indicator. I don't think that's her signet.
No.
But
I think that maybe it's I think it's maybe
back to it.
If she is connected like a daughter of Malik or whatever, then the like seeing dead people or communicating dead people or seeing into limbo or whatever,
she like
would make sense.
What if they like low-key virgin married General Sorengale, and that's why Violet was like, she was so sick with Violet, and like, yeah, obviously like she got pregnant, but like Malik was just
she's
like,
literally the only one with silver hair, dude.
Also, that could be why she's sick. If she was sick while pregnant, if Violet is a daughter of Malik, daughter of death, it could have been hurting. Okay, continue.
Anyway, so obviously like, especially like this is gonna be like a 5-book series. How is she gonna turn it?
But okay,
I don't get how unless maybe the gods start becoming into play or something like that.
Book 3 will be kind of like a Court of Wings and Ruin, where it's a mostly war-focused book. I think book 4 maybe like a little fluff book. I would love to see a spinoff on some side characters, like just a
Riddick,
just a little story, just a little bit.
Yeah, I think definitely the next book will be Violet trying to cure Xaden for sure, and him trying to like control it. Will we get Xaden's point of view in the next book? Well, that's a good question. I know, but so did Fourth Wing though.
Did it?
Yeah.
And then we just got the bonus chapters in the holiday edition.
Fourth
Wing of Xaden's POV.
He's kind of stopped. Like, I feel like there aren't any more secrets, really.
Oh no, there's
from Xaden.
I feel like Xaden knows more about his mom than he'll tell Violet. I fully believe that.
Possible. Where the fuck did Garrick go during the battle?
Don't know.
Where'd he run off to?
I think he was fighting in a different
Yeah, but like he never really never showed up anywhere.
Yeah, because he was fighting in a different quadrant with other
people.
Yeah,
but like everyone else like showed up. Even Kat.
Well, they requested to be all like keep the Fourth Wing together. And they all requested to be on this one place, and then her mom very specifically said Garrett's going over here.
Yeah.
But
okay. Violet is definitely going to break the wards at some point. It's just like when is that going to happen?
For sure.
And
it's going to be something to do with Xaden.
Oh, absolutely.
There's just so many questions.
And
by the way, guys, we have a surprise for you at the end. So like, stay tuned.
Yes. Yeah.
We've touched on a lot. I don't think we could even touch on anything. Even if like everything, even if we wanted to, just because there is so much.
And I haven't even like, we read it once and we were both sick.
Yeah.
And I've got the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, we both had COVID and it was rough.
Oh, so rough.
It was so rough.
We were still in the after effects, man.
R.I.P. Airbnb.
Yeah. At least you got to enjoy it.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
That's another thing is like we were sick with COVID. I was trying to get through this book. I was also trying to write my book and juggle school.
Yeah.
So yeah, the memory is a little
it's hazy. A little foggy. Yeah.
104-degree fever. I was kind of like fever dreaming this book. No, literally, I went to sleep and was fever dreaming the book. No, quite literally went to sleep and I was like, why am I on a dragon? But it was like so real. It was so real. And Liam was back from the dead in my dream.
I had
and it was because I just read Jack Barlow and I was like, if these motherfuckers can bring back Jack, bring back Liam.
My fever dreams, I'm literally like, my fever dreams when I first because I had COVID first.
Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Sorry. I was rereading Fourth Wing, so like I had like all these characters like in my head, in my dreams,
Yeah.
Those were my fever dreams, not Iron Flame.
Yeah, because you reread. I did not reread. So
yeah, I reread and tabbed and all of the above.
Nice.
So.
All right. As we wrap up, what was your favorite moment?
You're coming back to the memory of a goldfish here. What was yours?
Why me first?
Because I'm thinking.
I'm also thinking. I was using your time to come up with my own. My favorite moment was probably.
I have a collection of moments, and most of them are just of Taryn speaking with her.
I have a favorite funny moment. I have a favorite fight scene moment. It's multiple different ones, right? So my favorite fight scene is her jumping on the other dragon in the wyverns. My favorite funny moment I've already touched on, which is thanks for the finger thing.
Yep.
My favorite Taryn moment is just the consistent we do not eat our
sassiness.
Allies, just the sassiness overall. My favorite Andarna moment is the fire at the very end. My favorite smut scene is the throne.
The throne scene. And how he just I wonder if he controls shadows. Can he teleport? He was across the room unless he pleasured her without even touching her. Because her eyes were closed, right?
He also could have low key use the shadows from the back room to yank himself backwards real quick.
Yeah. I don't know. He got back there right fucking quick, dude.
Yeah. My favorite non-main character moment is just how Sawyer wanted to learn sign for Jacinia.
So cute.
So cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have an overall. I have a favorite quote, but I don't have a favorite moment. Favorite low-key my favorite Violet and Zeta moment, which is so shitty, but it was the less than a minute because I felt like it was so impactful for their relationship. For sure. And because she
questioned it for a minute, but then she was like,
which is fair.
Then she was like, how fucking dare you? My love is not some fickle, easy to break thing.
Props to her. She was like, if we don't learn to fucking communicate, I can love you and
I
not
can't do
be
this
with you.
Yeah. That is very realistic.
Very realistic.
The relationship was realistic in for argument's sake, but at the same time, it's just could we just fucking get just communicate?
Literally just talk to each other. It's so. I feel like I deal with that with real life people too, though, where I'm just fucking talk. Like my friends that are in relationships, I'm I swear to God, if y'all don't, I will mediate. I will sit down with you both and be like, so when you say this with this tone, this is what she probably hears. Is that accurate? And just mediate it. And I want to sit down with Violet and Zayden and be like, Zayden, talk. Violet, talk. Don't scream and talk out loud. I also love when they fight down the bond though around people.
And they're just staring at each other
I could just imagine everyone around the main because at one point
they do that a
Bree
lot.
was they do that a lot. She literally said it.
Wasn't it Kat being are they fighting
in their heads?
In their heads, or what?
Yeah, and
what's
Bree
happening?
That
happens a lot. I liked Imogen and Violet's relationship starting to grow.
Yes,
they went running. So cute.
So cute.
Even Imogen being giving a little bit of advice for Zayden, in the relationship. That was cute. I liked what I wish we had more of is I'm pretty sure it's Felix, and teaching Violet how to use her magic and giving her the conduits.
I want to know more about the conduits. I
don't feel too. That. Yeah. I wanted more of that because I thought that was really interesting because we don't get a lot about magic.
No, and I want to understand the magic system.
Yes, really badly.
Really badly, but I also feel I read the magic system and my brain just kind of goes wop 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 wop, and I'm oh
literally smut. The only.
Also, I know we're called Lustful Literature. We haven't talked about much smut. There wasn't a lot to talk about in this book. Some of our future ones, we'll get into it.
Oh, for sure. However, the only magic system that I understand is you channel from your dragon.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
how
only...
the venom channel from the earth.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Same.
And I understand lesser magic.
Yeah, lesser magic is pretty simple, you know.
But everything else, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm interested to see like what else there is in lesser magics.
Can they, because it's not because they're bonded to a dragon they can do lesser magic. Can like the infantry do lesser magic?
No, but they did talk about healers, the difference between healers and menders. Healers don't have magic, but they use like something. Where did I have it tabbed? I literally have it tabbed somewhere about how the healers are different than the menders and all that stuff like that.
It's in Iron Flame.
No, it's in Fourth Wing. Because they were talking about how like she was talking about how like her brother Brennan is a
mender.
A mender.
Also healers. No, then it would have been, I don't know.
No, I just had another thought.
All right, hit me.
When the possibility of like there are a few instances, very short instances, where like menders can't mend magic.
Yeah.
Dane gets those venom handprints on him, and that's when they're like, menders can't mend magic. But it comes up again, like Brennan's like, I can't mend magic, but I can try to like put the ward stone back together or whatever. A possibility is someone, or Violet in general, learning to mend magic.
Ooh.
And maybe that is the clue on how to eventually maybe like mend venom.
And then save Zayden.
And save the, yeah.
Okay.
Because the handprints on Dane, the magic handprints on Dane was a little sus.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, oh, that happened. Weird.
It didn't
and then moved on.
Yeah.
Saying like menders can't mend magic and then moved on.
Because we know Venom siphon. But when Sloane touches people, she doesn't leave handprints.
It's you know, back to the magic system. It's a little confusing. Yeah.
So before we like officially end, little mini announcement. So I went to the midnight release for Iron Flame, my local midnight release. And
cries in COVID.
Sorry, babes. I mean, I got it literally the next day, so like whatever.
I know.
So I got this copy, but I had also pre-ordered a copy through Barnes & Noble that shipped to me. So I have 2 first editions with the sprayed edges, and as much as I love the book, I don't need them. I'll probably buy other special editions as they come out, or if like a Bookish Box does one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a little giveaway.
We'll put this on our Instagram too.
Yeah, I'll be putting it on the Instagram probably tonight.
Yeah. Well, there'll be
announce it and like on the TikTok and
the date range.
I'll tell y'all.
Check the Instagram.
Check Instagram for like details on how to enter, how to do all of that, or check TikTok because it'll be on both.
Yes.
But so you could win a first edition sprayed edge Iron Flame. I know they're not super hard to get yet, but they might be. So.
Well, now they stopped selling the black sprayed edges.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you want to,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So it matches
unless it's
the
in like
edition.
indie. Check your indie bookstores.
Yeah.
Also, by the way.
But so yeah, a little giveaway. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much.
We've had a lot of fun with episode 1.
We're very chaotic, and you know what? Going forward, just expect that.
Yeah. Moving forward, I'm going to start posting on the Instagram the book announcements a week before instead of yesterday. Well, we're filming today, but this will come up on Saturday. But I posted it on Wednesday. And
we were behind schedule.
I'm going to start doing it the Wednesday the week before the episode comes out because episodes are going to come out every other week.
Yes.
So, and we'll have a little bit of spicier books in the future as well so that we can really get into it. Our next book, I'm so excited to talk about. I finished it today too, so.
I have not finished it yet.
God, get on it.
This time I'm the one who's behind.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm behind because of fucking COVID.
Yeah, no, I get it. I got the audiobook, so I was just doing that to and from Oklahoma. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
Once again, I'm Faye.
I'm Hannah.
If you want to follow us on Instagram or TikTok, our podcast Instagram and TikTok is just
Lustful Literature Podcast.
And then our personal social medias. Mine is Faye.Ruble, RUBLE.Writes. Both TikTok and Instagram.
TikTok and Instagram. Mine is Chronically Ill Book Babe.
So,
because I do represent the chronically ill community, baby.
As someone, real quick.
Yes.
As someone who's chronically ill
and has
EDS,
yeah.
Do you feel like Violet's a good representation?
Half and half.
Okay.
I do think this is important to talk about. I have the hypermobile EDS version. So I have heads. The pain and the always being in pain for sure. The joint slipping out for sure, but also like while I'm still like I've had this like my entire life, but I'm only just now learning, because I didn't know for my whole life that I had this until like maybe 2 years ago. Okay. I'm just now relearning how to move my body correctly and like use it correctly and like exercise correctly and all that stuff, because my joints do sit out of the socket. Yeah. So they're not like stable or anything like that.
Is that everyone with EDS? Or is that kind of person specific? I don't know a lot about
my friend who does have EDS. I don't know. I think she just has the base EDS. I don't think she has unstable joints, but I do know that like it's the ligaments and the connective tissue that are like super stretchy and all that stuff that does cause like dislocation, stuff like that. But because I'm like the heads with the extra hypermobile, my like joints sit outside of the socket.
Okay. Do you feel like the fact that she can almost like box up her pain is accurate? Extreme pain.
My base level pain just related to like my joints, minus the fact that I probably have rheumatoid arthritis too. But my base level pain is like a 5.
Okay.
So like I am really good at disassociating from my pain.
Okay.
So that is
Violet's
definitely
able to do it in moments of extreme pain though too.
Yeah.
Like when being attacked, when things are like
I've never been like, like I've never like had someone I've never like had someone like rip my like shoulder out, like dislocate my shoulder.
Your shoulder out.
I've reached across like
and had it pop out.
And had it like literally fall out of the socket and like dislocate.
But you've never had someone like kick it in and like
No, but like I'm able to like literally like push my shoulder against the wall and like pop it back into the socket.
I have another friend who will like slam her whole body into like,
I don't even have to slam, I just push.
Oh.
Because it's so loose, But I can attest to, just also with like all my other chronic illnesses.
Do you feel like
I think
like this is helping, like her writing this character is genuinely helping people, like bringing awareness to EDS?
I definitely think it brings awareness to the illness. However, I'm like a little mixed feelings, because like I said, I'm still like learning how to like, I love exercising. Like I love lifting weights, stuff like that. I can't imagine doing like hand-to-hand combat with all the shit that I've got going on. That's the one thing. And her like jumping from a dragon sounds fucking exhausting.
Yeah. I was like, how did
But
she
of course
not
it's like
dislocate
fantasy and stuff like that. Like I like if I like
there is
if I move wrong, my hip pops out. You know what I mean?
It's not like it's set in our world's main character with EDS, and like it's not necessarily about her struggles. Yeah. It's just an aspect of her character.
I think she did better in the beginning of Fourth Wing. Okay. When Violet's mom was like telling Mira like Violet deals with more pain than you can imagine, whatever. Like that I connected with like 1000%. because I'm in pain every single second.
I don't like love that when I say I love that because like
sorry
but like I love that there is a character that like you could connect to in that way to an extent.
That was it is nice to see a little bit more chronically ill representation in books for sure.
In such a popular book.
Yes.
Because I know there's a lot of like,
and it's not like
authors can't be popular because I love y'all. I am one of y'all. But like this book was one of the most hyped up. It was one of the most anticipated reads of the year.
I think yeah. I think also like it's like hi, like we're here. We're not broken. But also like
big point of Violet.
Yes, and it also attests to our resilience because we're in pain every single second of the day. You know, sleeping is very difficult for me. Like, we have a lot of fucking resilience, and I think that was portrayed very well in the book.
Good.
So.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, once again, just wrapping up.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you so much for listening. I hope
or watching
or
and
watching
listening
on YouTube.
Yes, watching and listening.
Thank you guys again, and we will talk to you again in 2 weeks.
Yes. Hope you enjoyed Lustful Literature.
Lustful Literature. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.